This is a highly controversial topic that has plagued philosophers for centuries and has emerged with no clear answers. It's hotly debated, and we would try to give our best case on why we think free will exists. Free will is defined as the broad ability to choose to make decisions. We believe that all of us as humans are imbued with this thing called consciousness. Consciousness is the ability to experience life in a distinct way, which also allows us to make decisions and feel broad spectrums of emotion. We believe that consciousness is immaterial. We don't think that I can take a piece of wood and then with enough chemistry and some sort of biochemistry that we're able to emerge consciousness from that. We think that consciousness is embedded in our brains, and we have this distinct ability to experience life. This is why we think that consciousness is immaterial. It's not this material thing that we can create, right? And consciousness, under Kant's consciousness, is the ability to take in various amounts of information and see the patterns and make a higher level of decisions, which allows us to function in our everyday lives, especially since our minds are such complicated and complex machines that run many parallel algorithms concurrently. We believe that consciousness allows us to have free will. The reason is because consciousness is this immaterial thing that imbues us with this distinct quality that no other thing has. It gives us the ability to choose what we want. It gives us the ability to mold reality how we see fit. This is the reason why for breakfast I can choose to eat cereal or eggs, right? It's because we are conscious of the two decisions, and then we weigh either consciously or unconsciously, same thing, it's just consciousness, whether we want to eat cereal or eggs. Okay, I picked cereal today. And it feels like we can't and we don't have free will when, if for example we sleepwalk and we start slapping someone, we don't feel like that was us who did it. We don't feel like we were the ones that were slapping someone. It feels like a distinct person. This is why, because we intuitively feel we have consciousness, it allows us to know that we have free will. And it's a rather intuitive concept that we are able to have free will to choose and make decisions in our everyday lives. If opposition would probably bring up the fact that we do not have free will and we have this veil of or this facade of free will because of determinism, the fact that the Big Bang happened and everything caused from or was caused from A to Z, right? The Big Bang exploded, then atoms hit, and that cascading effect, that domino effect, is causing us, and now we feel like we have free will, even though it's just us falling down the dominoes. I'd like to propose a counter argument for that. We believe that hierarchical causation is actually more likely than linear determinism. The reason is because, okay, hierarchical causation is, for example, I have it is the fact that one thing is held on by another, which is held on by another. For example, I have a table. It has a bottle, right? So the bottle doesn't have this ability to hold itself. It needs the table. It's supported by the table. Right? The table is supported by the floor. The floor is supported by the ground, etc. So on and so forth, right? And we think that life is basically a bunch of things that are held onto each other. The reason why we think so is because we think that everything that is held below it has this causal power, causal power, right? And it just boils down, and that it was held by something. This allows all of us to have free will because we are just borrowing causal power from anything that we are standing upon. And this is why we are so proud to propose.